Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're doing this class with me. If you're not already seated and just nice and comfortable, please join me and find a posture that feels natural to you, that feels cozy. Sometimes it takes a couple wiggles and shifting around so you can find that position. Maybe you're all the way back in your chair or sitting nice and tall. Today's yoga class I have planned for you is gentle. It is stretchy, relaxing. We will do a little bit of balance in today's class, but other than that, it's pretty chill. And my goal is just to help you feel more relaxed, maybe more limber by the end of this class. So that being said, let's just start by coming into the present moment, shutting the outside world out for our practice and just tuning in with ourselves. So you can start by just sitting up nice and tall. So think about having a nice tall spine and relaxing into the front of your body. And you can have your eyes closed, or you can just kind of have them softly open. Whatever feels natural to your body here, just do that. You can soften your shoulders. You can soften your jaw, the space between your brow. Letting go of any gripping or engagement you might be holding through your hips, the low back, your glutes, and allowing yourself to feel safely supported by your chair. Relaxing and releasing any tension you might be holding through your knees, your calves, and just softening all the way down into your toes, the ankles, the arches of your feet. Letting go of your belly. And in this moment, take the time to check in with yourself. Maybe ask yourself, how are you today? What are you feeling? What sensations are arising? And what thoughts do you have today? If you have any thoughts today that aren't serving you in a positive way, give yourself permission to let go of those thoughts. And start to become aware of your breathing. And notice where you feel your breath. Whether that's through the neck, the chest, the middle of your abdomen, or deep in your belly, just take a moment to notice your breath. And start to inhale deeply and slowly through the nose, and exhale slowly through the nose. And continue to do that at your own breath and at your own pace. And with each inhale, notice maybe how the mind relaxes. And with each exhale, notice how the body relaxes. And just take one more moment here with your breath to just be, maybe even setting a little intention for your practice. And when you are ready, you can wiggle your bum a little bit closer towards the edge of your seat. You can open your eyes if you want, or you can keep them closed, but we're just going to invite some gentle movement into our practice here. Let's just inhale. Let's reach this right arm up towards the sky. Keep your right glute grounded into your chair as you reach over, kind of like up and over like a rainbow, opening up into the right side body. Allowing your neck to relax, your jaw. Exhale, slowly release that arm. Second side, inhale, reach the left arm up towards the sky, up and over like that big rainbow. You might feel a nice little stretch all the way from those left fingertips through the shoulder, side body, maybe even the hip or low back. Slowly exhale, release the arm. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Maybe reach a little bit longer, a little bit deeper this time. And release the arm. Second side, inhale, reach up. See if you can stretch a little bit deeper, second time around. And exhale, release that arm. Lumbar twist. So we'll just gently take our feet over slightly to the right as we place the right hand behind us, the left hand on top of the right thigh, sitting up nice and tall in our seats like someone's pulling you up through the crown of your head. I'm just inviting a gentle rotation, a gentle twist through the low back. Relaxing those shoulders. Maybe relaxing your eyes. With each inhale you take, imagine you can send that breath deep down into your low back. Take one more big inhale. And exhale, slowly bring it back to center. And we'll walk our feet just slightly over to the left, second side, right palm on top of the left thigh. Left hand comes gently behind you, sit up nice and tall, coming into your twist. Noticing your breath. See if there's anywhere else on your body that you can relax just a little bit more. And we'll slow release back to center. Walk your toes back to center. We'll take a lumbar flow from here. So we'll just reach those arms out nice and long. Take a nice big inhale here. And then exhale, twist over to the right. And just at your own breath and your own pace, just rotating side to side, keeping that nice tall spine, and making those movements nice and smooth, light and breezy. Inhale as you lengthen and exhale to twist. Take it one more time on each side. There is no rush. And slowly back to center. Coming into our cat-cow, so we'll tuck the chin around the spine. So reach those fingertips forward. Let the head or the neck just hang nice and heavily here. And think about separating those shoulder blades. So with each inhale, you're filling up the back body. And on that next breath, we'll lift the chest. We'll lead with the heart as we lift the chin up, send the tailbone back. And once again, you can just take your cat-cow at your own breath and own pace, just warming up the spine here. There's really, truly no right way to do this. There is no wrong way to do this. as long as it feels good. With each movement, you're pairing it with a breath. And take it one more time, nice and slow. When you're finished, meeting me back in center. Showing a little love to our necks. We're going to start by looking down. So we're going to tuck the chin just towards that chest, towards that collarbone, looking down, still maintaining that nice tall spine. Let the head hang nice and heavy here. And just for a moment, notice that stretch through the back of your neck, maybe through the upper back a little bit. Take a couple nice deep breaths. Good. And on your next breath, we're going to look up towards the sky. So this is always a little bit harder, but still maintaining that nice tall spine. We're going to look up towards the sky here, opening up the muscles through the front of our neck, which can get pretty tight because we are so accustomed to looking down so much. And take one more inhale here. Exhale, tuck the chin. We're going to look down. And this time, option to just gently take your hands onto the back of your head, very gently. Let the elbows fall inwards. And we're definitely not pushing. We're not tugging on our head. We're just applying a little bit extra tension here, a little bit of a deeper stretch, just as an option. We'll take an inhale. We'll look up towards the sky. We'll flare the elbows out, opening up the chest, supporting our neck as we look up. Nice extension through the spine. And one more time. Inhale, looking down, tuck the chin. Elbows fall inwards. And exhale, looking up at the sky. Let the elbows fall outwards. Take one more deep breath here. And exhale, release. Bringing this right knee in towards your chest. Give it a nice big hug. You can even drop the head again if you'd like. And then we're just going to take it side to side. So just creating that nice space and that openness through the outside of that right hip, that right joint. If it feels good as well, you can take rotations or nice big circles. Going in one direction and then going the other way. Beautiful. We'll extend this right leg nice and long in front of us. You can hold it out in front of you if that feels good for you, or if it feels better, you can take your hands underneath that thigh for extra support. And just take a moment here to point and flex your toes. So you're going to point the toes down and then point them up towards the sky. Noticing any sensations through your feet, through your ankles, maybe the calves. And then take some nice big circles here with the ankle, pointing, flexing our toes, going in one direction, and then take it the other direction. Good, and we'll release that heel lightly on top of the floor or your mat. I'm just going to turn a little bit to the side here just so you can see what I'm up to on this side. So we have our right leg straight in front of us. You want to softly bend into that knee and just relax the thigh as much as possible. We'll slightly hinge the body forward. And as we do this, we want to keep a nice, long, tall spine and feel that stretch, that sensation right through the back of that right thigh. So some of you might be lean forward a little bit more, others a little bit taller. But just keep relaxing into that knee and that right thigh and allow the back of your thigh to stretch. Take some nice gentle breaths here. You might also feel this into your low back. Now, option to just find stillness and enjoy the stretch, or you can take a little flow with me. We're going to circle this left arm forward and all the way back onto our chair as we reach this right arm up towards the sky, getting a big little side body stretch. And we'll exhale, release the right hand down, circle that arm back forward. Again, inhale, reach and circle that arm behind you. Inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sky. Release it down, circle that arm. Take it a couple more times at your own breath and your own pace. So find a flow. It doesn't matter what you look like. It does not matter about being perfect. We're just moving and feeling good today. Big circles. And if you're flowing with me, maybe take it one more time if that feels good for you. Meeting me back in center. Pull that right knee in towards that left foot. We'll inhale. We'll reach those arms up towards the sky, nice and tall. Exhale, reach the fingertips forward, forward fold all the way down onto our mats. Dropping the head, letting it feel nice and heavy here. The belly melts on top of your thighs. And if it feels good for you today, maybe you give yourself a great big hug. So wrapping your arms underneath the thighs. And here's a good moment to practice those deep belly breaths. So with each inhale, you're pressing your belly into the top of your thighs. Exhaling, letting the belly retract towards the spine. Good. Take one more breath. As we come out of this pose, being very mindful, taking it very slow as you roll your spine up, tuck the chin. Think about stacking vertebrae by vertebrae here. All the way up, nice and tall. And we'll do the second side once you're up. So we'll start with that knee hug, pulling that left knee in towards the chest. Remember, you can give it a great big hug. You can drop the head, drop the chin if that feels good. We'll take a nice little sway from side to side. Trying the best that you can to stay up as tall as possible. And maybe if it feels good for you, taking those circles with the knee, noticing how that feels within your hip. Other direction if you're doing circles. Beautiful. We'll extend this left leg nice and long. You can have it straight out in front of you. If it feels good, having that support, just interlace your fingers underneath that left thigh. And we'll just point and flex the foot. So pointing the toes down and then reaching the toes up towards the sky. Staying nice and tall in your chair. Notice any sensations that come up through the foot, through the ankle. Take those circles, pointing and flexing the toe. It's always good to show our feet some love, go that other direction. And we'll softly plant that heel onto our mat, sitting up nice and tall. Our kneecap is nice and relaxed. Sometimes it helps to just give that physical touch, that cue, gives a signal to our brain to relax. So relax the thigh, relax that knee. Inhale nice and tall, and then exhale, start to slightly lean the body forward till you feel a nice stretch through the back of your thigh. You might also feel that stretch through the low back. Keep your back nice and tall and long. Take some breaths. Now, option to find stillness, or if you'd like to take a little flow with me, then we'll circle this right arm nice and long. So up and over till it's right behind us. And we'll inhale, we'll reach this left arm up towards the sky. Big side body stretch. Reverse directions, release the left arm down, circle the right arm back. And just like the other side, I want to invite you to just kind of flow and move at your own breath here. Play around with the movement, make it feel good for you. Big reaches, big circles. Maybe take it one more time, wherever you are in this flow. And when you're finished, you can bring that left knee in. Feet are parallel with another. We'll do one more forward fold here. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold, reach nice and long. Let the belly melt on top of your thighs. Release the head. Now, option, you can always give yourself a great big hug if you really like that position. Sometimes it feels nice to tuck your hands or take your feet on top of your palms and just hold that nice stretch. You'll get a little bit more emphasis through the upper back, the shoulder blades. You can even massage your hands with your own toes if that feels good for you. Take a couple more deep breaths. And as we come out of this pose, we're very mindful. We gently squeeze our cores, we tuck the chin, we round and stack vertebrae by vertebrae. Take your time getting up. You can even use your hands as assistance on top of your thighs to roll up until you're up nice and tall. I'm going to turn and face you guys. We're going to stretch a little bit more into our hip flexors. So let's start by facing over towards the left. So this left leg is supported by the chair as we send this right leg back. So your right shin is hovering over top of the mat. The toe can be tucked or it can be untucked. So it's truly whatever feels best on your knee. Sometimes I like it tucked, sometimes untucked. It really just depends on the day. Sometimes it's nice as well to put a block underneath that front foot to give you a little bit of a lift if you feel like you're really reaching over your chair. Wherever you are, you're up nice and tall. This left arm is wrapped around the back of that chair. You're going to tuck this right tailbone under. So you just gently squeeze a little bit into that right glute. Notice that sensation through that hip flexor, the front of the thigh. Breathe into it. Now, for some of you, you might want to stay here, or sometimes it feels nice to reach that leg a little bit longer behind you, keeping a soft little bend through that knee. So play around with it. Inhale, reach this right arm up towards the sky and up and over like a rainbow, leaning towards the left, just getting a deeper stretch. Inhale, nice and tall. Taking nice big circles once again with this right arm, reaching down and back. Our eyes follow our fingertips all the way down and up. Doing that at your own breath and your own pace. Inhale to reach up towards the sky. Exhale, release down. Good. Reverse that direction, coming forward. See if those eyes can follow those fingertips. Good. One more circle. Beautiful. Release the arms. Slowly bring that leg, right leg to meet the left. We'll come back to center, nice and slow. And before we do the second side, we're going to actually pull this right knee in towards our chest again. We're going to make sure we're up nice and tall. So find that positioning, ground through that left foot. Breathe nice and tall. Pull that knee up as high as you comfortably can. We're going to release this left hand, keeping the right hand wrapped around the right knee, opening up to the right. So just adding a bit of a gentle twist, a little bit of strength here to hold that right knee up as high as we can. Gently engaging into our core. Our gaze is over at those right fingertips. Here for 2 more breaths. And exhale, bring that right hand back to meet the left and slowly lower that right foot down. Maybe just sway that right leg out side to side. We'll come into the other side, hip flexor stretch. So taking and swinging that right leg over the chair, left leg, we're bending into that left knee 90 degrees. We're sitting up nice and tall. Tuck or untuck your toes. And once again, if it feels good to just keep the knee bent, then do so, or you can play around. You can lengthen that leg nice and long behind you. And maybe you want to throw a block underneath that right foot just to give you a little lift if those are close by for you. Start by tucking the tailbone under, the left tailbone, squeezing gently into this left glute. Up nice and tall in our seats. Notice the sensation through that left hip flexor, left thigh. We'll inhale, we'll reach this left arm up towards the sky and come up and over like that rainbow, leaning towards the right side, opening up into the left. Inhale the body nice and tall. We'll take those great big circles. Start with a nice big inhale, tall. Exhale, release. Your gaze is following those fingertips down and around. Nice big circles. Feel that movement through the shoulder blades. Notice the stretch through that hip flexor. Good, and take it the other direction. See if you can pair each movement with a breath. Maybe take it one more time, nice and slow. And you can bring that hand slowly back on top of your thigh. And we'll swing ourselves back to center, nice and slow. Take your time. Up nice and tall in our chairs. Hug that left knee in towards your chest. Give it a nice big hug. Ground yourself. So grounding through that right foot. We're up nice and tall. So far, we have our hands wrapped around that left knee. When you're ready, we'll release that left hand, opening up towards the left, keeping up nice and tall as you can in that chair, gently squeezing into your core. Gaze is looking towards those left fingertips. We'll take a few breaths here. Take one more big inhale. Squeeze that knee up a little bit higher. And exhale, bring those left fingertips back in and slowly lower that left foot down. Sway that knee side to side. Beautiful. Let's inhale. Let's reach up towards the sky. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Big, big reach. Exhale down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale, reach up. This time, bring your hands into heart center, coming into prayer twist. We'll take this left elbow towards the outside of the right thigh. So either landing towards the outside of the right thigh, maybe you're on top of the thigh, or if that's too deep of a twist for you, you can always come into that lumbar twist like we did at the start of our practice. So find that twist, pressing those palms together like you're trying to stack your elbows on top of one another. The neck is nice and loose, maybe gazing up at the sky or gazing forward. Option to stay here, or you can open up your angel wings, spreading those arms nice and wide. Bring the palms back together. Gently squeeze your cores to pull yourself back to center. Exhale, release the arms down. Inhale, reach up nice and long again. Exhale down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Place the palms together, bring them down through heart center. Prayer twist on the second side. Right elbow towards the outside of the left thigh or on top of the right thigh, or taking that lumbar twist. Take that option that feels best on your body. Relax your neck. Pressing those palms together. Option to stay here, or option angel wings, open up those arms. Take one more breath. Exhale, palms together, squeeze the core, gently bring yourself back to center. And when you are ready, let's press through our feet. Let's come up nice and tall from our chairs. Just a little bit of standing, a little bit of balance today. We're just gonna have a little bit of fun. I'm gonna start by facing all of you. Adjust the pants, adjust the ponytails. Here we go. And we'll inhale when you're ready. Reach up nice and tall. Wrap the right fingertips around the left wrist. Inhale for length. Exhale, coming up and over, opening into that left side body, ensuring that this left foot stays grounded on your mat. So try not to lift off too much. Think about pressing your left hip towards the left side a little bit. Good. Inhale, tall. Exhale, release the arms. Let them relax for a moment. Inhale, reach up. Left fingertips wrap around the right wrist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, up and over. Talking those hips over towards the right. Relax your knees. Inhale, find length again. Exhale, release the arms down. Let them relax. Inhale, reach the shoulders up towards your ears. Let's do a couple shoulder rolls here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale. Exhale down. Beautiful. So we're going to play with some balance. I always invite you to keep this chair close by. That is why it's yoga with the chair. It's here for support whenever you need it. Otherwise, starting with mountain pose, we're going to reach our arms up overhead. Now, some of you, you're going to want to keep one hand on top of your chair. Otherwise, we're going to ground through this right foot. Lift the left knee up as high as you can, just like we did seated. Okay, so option to stay here. Find your focus, find your balance in this position. Beautiful. And if you sway and if you fall, you just get right back up. Option to stay here, or option, you're going to take this right hand on top of the right knee, left knee. Release that left arm out towards the side. Your gaze follows those left fingertips. So just like we did in our chairs, now we're applying it standing. Ooh. Have grace with yourself. Be kind. Take one more breath. Inhale, reach this left arm up towards the sky one more time. Maybe even that right hand to meet the left. Exhale, slowly lower that foot down. We're going to step back from here into our high lunge. So some of you, you're probably facing your chair. Maybe, doesn't matter. You can face your chair if you want. Stepping back into that high lunge. So right knee is stacked over top of that right ankle. This back leg is either straight, or if you want to add a nice bend to it, please feel free to do that. Hands in heart center, or hands holding onto your chair. Woo, as I almost fall over. Okay, find your balance, find your support here. Tuck that left tailbone under a little bit, feel that stretch. And we'll inhale, we'll reach those arms up towards the sky. Exhale, flow them slightly behind you as they hinge the body forward. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, flow those arms. 1 more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, flow forward. Inhale, reach up. Bring those hands into heart center. And we'll hop this back foot in just a little bit, setting up for that pyramid pose. So we're up nice and tall. You got soft little bends through your knees. Inhale to find length, and exhale, start to hinge the body forward. As you do that, think about sending the right hip bone back. So we're lengthening through the back of that right thigh, your right hamstring. Feel free to bend that right knee as much as you need. And you can stay up tall, or you might have to get a little closer to your chair, but you can place your forearms on top of your chair, sending that right hip bone back. Allow yourself to relax here for a few breaths. Notice what sensations are arising. Notice the thoughts you're having. Take one more breath. And slowly push yourself back up to center. Bring that left foot back to meet the right. Maybe just kind of wiggle and shake out your feet for a moment. And we're going to do the same sequence on the second side. So if you need to move your chair over to the other side, please feel free to do that. Otherwise, let's start in our standing mountain pose. So reach those fingertips up towards the sky. We're going to reach when you're ready. So ground through that left foot. Think about spreading those toes nice and wide and bring that right knee up as high as you can. Remember, you can keep your hand on top of your chair the entire time. Have fun with it, my friends. Option to stay here, or you're going to lower that left hand down, holding on to the right knee. You're going to open up those right fingers towards the right side, gazing over, looking at those right fingertips. Good. Keeping your balance, keeping your focus. If you fall out of your pose, you smile and you get right back up. Good. Take one more breath. Inhale, reach that right fingertips up towards the sky one more time. Bring them on top of the knee and slowly lower that right foot down, stepping right back into your high lunge. So right back, left knee is stacked over top of that left ankle, hands in heart center, or you're facing your chair and you're holding on. Okay, so find that position. Find your balance, find your focus here. Relax your toes. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, flow the arms down, slightly hinge the body forward. Inhale, lift up. 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, flow. 1 more time. Inhale, reach up. Bring those palms together down through heart center. Place them on top of your chair, or you keep them heart center. You're going to hop the back foot in just a little bit, setting up for pyramid. Inhale for length. Exhale, hinge the body forward. This time, you're imagining you can pull that left hip bone back, really lengthening into the back of that left thigh. Relax your knees. You don't want to hyperextend your joints. Maybe you rest your forearms on top of the chair. Or if you want something more active today, you can keep your hands in heart center. A little bit of strength here. Your chin is off the chest, so you're slightly gaze forward. Take 2 more breaths. Slowly bring yourself back up to center. Hop the right foot back to meet the left. Give it a little wiggle, give it a little shake. And we're going to meet slowly back into our chairs. Taking your time. And we'll bring our legs nice and wide here. So we're just going to slow it down, just a couple more movements, a couple more stretches, and we'll be all done for today. So some nice body rolls, nice body rotations. So keeping your back nice and long as you lean the body forward, and we'll tuck the chin, we'll round the spine as we come back and around at your own breath and at your own pace. Just taking these big rotations through our spines. Good. And they can be as big or as small as you like. And let's reverse that direction. So as you come forward, you're leading with the heart. Take a big inhale. Exhale as you come back and around. Noticing that movement through the lower back here. And take it one more time. No rush. And we'll come up nice and tall. Releasing the right forearm down on top of the right thigh. Left hand comes on top of the hip, or you can place that hand onto the lower back as you roll that left shoulder blade down and back, looking up at the sky. Just a very gentle twist, gentle heart opener. Maybe those left fingertips even wrap around the right thigh or the right hip, I should say. Your gaze can also be down if that feels better for your neck. And inhale slowly back to center. Left forearm comes down. You can keep your right hand on top of the right hip, or once again, bring it onto the lower back. Roll that right shoulder blade down and back, opening up to the right. You might feel a nice stretch through that hip as well. And just play with your neck and your head positioning. Take one more breath. And exhale, squeeze your core, come back up to center. Bring those knees back together. Let's come into one more cat stretch. So just reaching those fingertips forward, dropping the head, tucking the chin. Taking one more big stretch here for our spines, back of neck. Take a couple big breaths here. You can slowly come back up nice and tall. If there's any last stretches or movements you want to take, then please feel free, whether that's the neck, the hips, anything, before you come all the way back into your chair, into Shavasana. So just please feel free to take that time to move in a way that makes you feel nice and relaxed. No rush at all. And if you're all the way back in your seat, you can have your eyes closed or softly open. And just allowing these next few moments here to let your practice really settle into your body. Taking these moments here to feel gratitude, to have these opportunities to be able to move our bodies and feel good and show up for ourselves. And just allow your shoulders to relax and letting go of any tension you might be holding through your belly, through the low back, your hips. Just let yourself go. Maybe coming back into that intention you had set at the start of your practice. Really just take a moment here to notice how the body feels after your practice. Notice your mind. And notice your breathing. And you can stay here, or you can bring your hands into heart center and just kind of bow the head close to your heart. And just showing yourself lots of gratitude, lots of love and appreciation for showing up today for you, for your body, for your spirit, for your heart, for your soul. And my hope is that this piece that you have right now, you can carry that into the rest of the day, into the rest of the week, and with every conversation that you have, really just carrying that piece with you. So from my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today for some stretching and for some balance practice. If you have any comments or questions, don't hesitate to let me know. Otherwise, I do hope you enjoy the rest of this day and to see some of you back tomorrow. Thank you so much. Good job, yogis. I'm going to turn off record.